What is up, everyone? I'm Salty Taters, and here's the story of how I played Magic for 12 hours straight. But before we jump into that, I couldn't have played Magic for 12 hours straight if it wasn't for Dubby. Dubby aims to provide flavorful, clean, and sustainable energy drinks that deliver effective focus and energy without jitters or crash, aiming to be better than traditional energy drinks. Try Dubby, be better. Link will be in the description below. So recently, my local game store hosted an all-day Magic Appreciation Day. Prizes will be rewarded for most wins, most losses, and most games played. Started at 9 a.m., so I woke up super early the day of the event, got there at 9 a.m., first one in the door. Another person showed up about 9:05, and we started playing games of Magic. I didn't know how long I was going to be there for. I didn't know what the plan was, right? I took the day off work. I'm like, we'll see. Be there for a few hours, see what happens. Just for showing up, my bad guys, you get a promo. And I randomly picked All-Tech Matterhorn. It went straight into my token deck. Maybe we'll do a deck tech on that later. And then they just randomly did prizes throughout the day, right? So during one of those random promo giveaway things, I also got a promo Mind Stone, which I haven't found a deck for yet. It's also pringled to hell. So, how many games of Magic did I play, and how long did I stay for? Both good questions. Around probably 2 hours in, I'm like, you know what, I could probably go for most games played. At this point, it's me and the second guy that showed up that are on the list for most games played. I think we're sitting at about 4 or 5 games each after 2.5 hours. I ended up playing 24 games of Commander. It took me, by the video in the beginning, you probably know, 12.5 hours to play 24 games. I did not leave the shop. I went pee once, and I ate once in those 12 hours. Otherwise, the rest of the time, I was playing games of Commander, which averaged out to be about a game every half hour. Why? That's a good question. I really like Magic, obviously. Around Game 6, I think it was Game 6 exactly. Yeah, I won with Azusa. These two guys showed up, and the rule was any format will count for your wins, okay? Most people were playing Commander. These guys jumped in and played one game of Commander and then sat down and played against each other, which I would assume was some kind of 60-card decks. And their wins just went through the roof. Like in an hour, 2 hours, they were up there with me and this other guy for games played. And they were 6 games behind and didn't show up until 1. So, also one of them had 8 wins, 1 loss. One had 1 loss, 8 wins. So, I don't want to say anything fishy. I don't want to say that they're doing anything that they shouldn't have been doing. Like, I'm pretty sure they were playing games of Magic, but both are really good Magic players, and I don't see one dropping 8 games to the other one anyway. So I stuck around. I played my games around noon. My buddy Julian showed up. Shout out Julian again. We played some games of Commander. He's a really good Commander player. So yeah, around 4 o'clock, someone told me it was 4 o'clock, and I'm like, there's no way, it's already 4 p.m. Played more games. Pre-release was set to start at 6. I was going to play it in pre-release. I say I was going to because when I went to go buy my pack, my pre-release kit at 5, I was told that they were all sold out already, which was my fault. I probably should have bought it right when I walked in the door and not waited so long. In my defense, up until about 4:35, there was only like 2 tables going, I think, of Commander, 2, 3 going. And I'm like, well, even if everyone plays, like, there'll be plenty of packs. But after that last game, it filled up quick. So yeah, around 20 games played. We'll jump back into this. 20 games played. I went up front and I asked, look, by the way, look at that loss. Lost, win, lost. I was getting cooked there at the end. I was mentally fried. If you guys watched my SpongeBob opening, my Secret Lair opening, that was after I came home. Around 20 games played. The list came down so that they could put the pre-release board up, so I no longer knew how many games people were at or how many games I was up. I knew that the person who had walked in with me or shortly after me at the beginning of the day at 9 had left. I didn't know about the two guys that were rubber banding games off each other, we should say. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There was no rule against it. I mean, when everyone else is playing Commander and you're playing 60 in the corner, but whatever. Where was I going with that? Around game 20. I realized that the list had come down, so I started asking, like, hey, I'm at 20 games played. Do I win yet, or what? And he goes, no, technically, this other guy can still tie you or beat you. If you play 2 or 3 more games, you should be fine. So around 8:30, I finished those 3 more games. I'm at 23 games played. Go up again, and he goes, you should technically have it, but you can still get tied. So I play 1 more game. I play 24 games. It is now 9 o'clock. The shop is technically closed. The only thing that's going is like 1 more round of pre-release. I'm like, okay, I will just hang out for a minute. I still didn't know when I left at 9:30 if I had most games played or not. Hey, look at that, a double rare pack. So I left. I filmed that SpongeBob Secret Lair video when I got home. And then the next morning I messaged them to see if I had won. And I did. I played the most games at 24 games in 12 hours. I did not stop. I did not leave. I don't recommend doing it. It was... I mean, if you really like Magic like I do, sure. If you're younger than me, sure. Try it out. But 12 hours straight and 24 games played is a lot of games played. You know what I mean? Oh my god! Second pack in. Look at that. That is sick. That is great. Awesome. So you might be wondering, like, what I won, right? It was a free event. So what did I win for playing 24 straight games at 12 hours straight of Magic? I won. The packs we're opening right now on camera. We won a half box of Magic, of Booster of Tarkir. Right? So those are the packs. I already opened a Draco Genesis, which is just crazy on the second pack opening. If we open a Ugin or something like that, that'd be insane too. But yeah, so it was a half box to whoever had the most wins, and it was a half box to whoever had the most games played. I would assume maybe the buddies who came in were trying to get most games played and most games won, and just keep the booster box for themselves. Ignore the alarm going off in the background. That's my girlfriend. But I did it. I broke up their plan, I think. Just sitting there grinding games out. Hey, our second rare. Our mythic rare. But yeah. So let me know in the comments. Do you think you could play 12 hours straight of Magic? 24 Commander games, which is just an insane amount of games, I tell you. When I went to go pick up my prizes, the guy asked, like, how did I think of the event? I'm like, it's good. I think you need to set a format. think that helps keep everyone on the same page as far as that was a double foil pack. As far as timing and stuff, and then I don't know, maybe make it so two buddies can't come in and just rubber band games off each other. Where's the stillness in motion? That's my only problem with that. Like I said, not that they did anything wrong. I just don't think it was entirely in the spirit of being there and playing in like an all-day Magic thing, which is just sit in the corner and do what you could have done at home and not interact with anyone else. But I digress. We're going to jump into just focusing on these packs now. Hey, a signed art card. That is going to my buddy Maddox. He collects those. I used to, and then I just gave up. I was collecting them because I expect that maybe the signed ones would be worth money at one point. They're not. I don't think they're ever going to be worth money. Not until they start putting real signatures and not just stamps on it. I took a few photos and like a couple videos of throughout the day. I might include those in these videos. I didn't take as much as I wanted to. Man, now I'm just jonesing for another mythic. When this creature enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of any order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. That's pretty nice. I love Craterhoof. Ugin would be nice. Elspeth is super expensive, but I just don't have a home for Elspeth, I don't think. Get through these packs. I think I finished, by the way, my record at 15 games was 8-7, which is pretty good for Commander. At the end of it, I went 9-15. I dropped off hard. There's a double rare pack. Jeskai Teamer. Whenever one or more creatures you control do combat damage, draw a card, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. Hey, that's a pretty good card. Each non-dragon creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. I didn't play in the pre-release, but I heard that people were playing the Omen wrong. Like, they were playing it like Adventure, where they were exiling it instead of shuffling it into your library. Which I guess is kind of on Wizards for making it look the same. So yeah, back to the event. I wanted to leave at like 7:30, 8 o'clock because I was just drained. But I'm like, I need to win most games. Like, I deserve it for being the first one in the door and pretty much the last to leave that was not in a pre-release. So, we stuck it out. Am I going to play in a couple months when they do it again? I have no idea. I want to say no, but the spell can't be countered. Trample whenever creatures you control or a creature's spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. That's pretty nice. And Abzan or Sultai, whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers once each turn. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature gets menace. Okay. We only have 2 mythics, but one is Draco Genesis, which is nice. I would like at least 2 more. But this is a half box, so who knows who got what. Endless Song. 5/5 Elephant. Double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. And oh, there's a foil rare, though. That's pretty cool. It's probably worth nothing. But that's pretty nice. Get the foil rare there. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards. Then if the library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment. And put 5 cards. That's a weird card. Huh. I don't know what you do with that. Sultai Devotee. Whenever you attack this turn, create 2 1/1 red tokens that are tapped and attacking. Sacrifice them at the next end step. Interesting card. Alright, we are down to 5 packs. Sinkhole Surveyor. When this creature attacks, you lose 1 life for each creature and this creature endures 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on it, or create a 1/1 spirit. That's pretty nice. Don't know if I like the losing 1 life, but Hey, that's pretty nice. That was a pretty good pack. We got extended art, Roar of the Endless Song. And I wanted to open Sarkhan. That's pretty sweet. I don't think he's worth much, but that's nice. We're still only sitting at 2 mythics, though. So at this point, 1 more would be nice. Let's hit the Ugin. This pack. This pack right here is going to have the Ugin, I bet. We're going to open this one. So yeah, there's like 40 people there probably throughout the day. Freaking new Nighthawk vampire. I didn't open any alternate styles yet. None of those blacked out cards. Or like the dragon border ones. That's kind of upsetting. Just as I say it. Destroy all creatures and enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. I don't know if that's worth anything, but a foiled Devotee is pretty cool. Not an Ugin, but pretty cool. Death begets life. Alright, so this is the Ugin pack then. Not that I can be that upset. I already got a Draco Genesis, which is pretty sick. Just give me something cool, huh? And Narset. Alright. We got full art land though. I don't know if I hit any other ones. I put that in the wrong pile. So Narset, no, just a rare. So three mythics in a half box. So yeah. That is what we got. I don't know what the prices are. I'll pop them up on screen right now, maybe for these 3. We'll throw in those 2, even though I don't think they're worth anything. Oh, you guys can't even see them. So there we go. That is all my winnings from the 12-hour Magic Fest. It was free to play, so that I can't complain. This is nice. Opening a Draco Genesis is nice. It was a very long day. Let me just close this out by saying that. It was a very long day of Magic. If I do it again, I'm definitely going to take a break in between. And probably not try to go for most games played. That was just something that, like, around 4 o'clock that I'm like, I'm up there in games. I might as well just keep going. Like, next time I'm just going to, if I get tired, I'm going to go home. I'm not going to try to push for most games played. 24 games is a lot. 12 hours is a lot. 12 and a half hours in a shop is a lot. So let me know if you do that. Let me know the longest you've ever played Magic for consistently. And let me know how many games you've gotten in a day if you know that off the top of your head. Some of you guys, I bet I've played a lot more than 24 in a day. That's for sure. Alright. I'll see you next time. Try Dubby. Link will be in the description below. Be better.